What is up, everybody? It is Nick and Matt with Swapt, here to bring you another episode of Behind the Brand.
Today we are very excited to bring you an interview we did with LaRussell here in Vallejo. We talked about a lot of stuff. We're excited to show you the interview. Let's hop right into it.
I'm ready. Come on. Yeah.
First of all, bro, like for real, we appreciate it.
Yeah, for real.
It's awesome. It's doing us a massive favor.
Come on.
Also, you know, it's fucking awesome to meet you. So we wanted to start with kind of your background. Our first question is, where did this all start? Like, run it all the way back from the beginning. And introduce yourself a little bit, too, to those who might not know you.
This is I'm LaRussell, artist, entrepreneur, superhero. I'm from Vallejo, California. I started off like writing poetry, notes, like journaling early when I was like probably like 5. I was always like drawing and shit, different shit like that. In like 7, me and my sister had a boom box, and we used to. I don't remember where the fuck we you know, we didn't even have instrumentals. We would rap over songs, right? Like my dad would give CDs of different songs. We play those songs, but we would rap over them. And I remember we did one to Nuck If You Buck. And we had rapped it for my mom and my cousin in the kitchen, and you know, that energy just felt really good as a kid. So I just kind of kept writing from there. Middle school, I started getting into producing. My sister had a boyfriend at the time who was producing, and he showed me how to use FL Studio. And from that day, I was just started producing. I had one of my homies. I taught him how to use it. We started making beats together. Eventually, he ended up getting a laptop. So we started recording. We had this program called Acid Pro. We used to come home from school, make songs, just record, make beats and shit. In the high school, I started kind of rapping. Not really, I wasn't really rapping publicly, but people knew I rap, but they didn't know I rap. And then I ended up doing like a battle at school, and it just kind of spread the word after that. So I
took off from there.
Man, I started dropping mixtapes and shit with like other niggas I would hang with and everything. And after that, I was kind of just making music, but I ended up having my daughter, so I started working. Like I went straight into the workforce. And I was making music, but not really releasing too much publicly, like a song here and there. Me and Tessie ended up becoming friends in like 2014 or so, and we started working on shit, releasing shit here and there. I ended up releasing my first album in 2018, The Field Effect. And that shit kind of had a wildfire effect and started spreading. We started slowly growing.
It hit like right away, pretty much.
I mean, hit, and it depends on the sense. It hit in the sense of like, yeah, you could have a career in this, but it didn't hit like we were making money, right? So I started just releasing more projects. In 2019, I wrote The Field Trip for Tessie, and that kind of hit in the manner that you would say
like
hit, like
hit.
Yeah, like we start. I mean, not even fully, but yeah, like we start
like
getting money from it, right?
Right.
Like exactly. That was the first time we had a song do over 1 million streams and kind of go, and we start being able to do more shows and get booked and just learn more about the business, right? And then we kind of kept going from there. The pandemic hit right after that year. So we had this whole plan, like, oh, we finna turn this down for the Riella, right? And then the pandemic hit, right? So that slowed shit down, and we kind of just sat for a bit, just kind of still working, but just like figuring out what the play was going to be. I was making music, but not as ample as now. I think I released 2 albums in 2020, Silence Won't Save You and The Field Effect. That's also the year I changed my name. And then the end of that year, we started the live performance sessions. And those became really successful. Everybody started asking to come on. So we spent the end of 2020 and the rest of 2021 doing that, which was great because COVID was still in effect. So it gave us something to do during COVID to still build our platform. And I ended up having a few sessions that just went viral, whether it was me or other artists we were helping. And then the freestyle was one of those that went viral during that time. Yeah, it's just been up since.
A lot of like validating like milestones along the way in the early stages.
Right.
Seems like.
Definitely. I mean, I just told you the made shots.
Yeah.
You feel me, right? I gave you the highlight reel, right? Yeah. So there's a bunch of shit that happens around that isn't as validating.
Yeah, probably more shit that's not validating.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, bro. I mean, that kind of ties into our second question. We wanted to kind of like find out if you always like believed in what you were doing, like from day one. Did you see it something?
Yeah, I mean, I've always had I think it's a beautiful thing because my system has went from belief to knowing, right?
Yep.
Because to believe in something is to not know if it's true, but really have faith that it exists, but not know.
Yeah.
And then you have knowing where it's like, no, there's no other way, right? So yeah, I've always believed in myself because I had no reason not to. Like,
yep.
I never thought I couldn't make it. I just didn't know the exact route, but I always thought I was talented enough to do it if that's what I wanted to do. And then just as I've grown and more things happen, it's like now I don't have to believe it. I know, right? It's not like Jesus where you're unsure and you got to believe. There's no belief system needed.
Right.
Yeah.
It's either I'm going to make it happen or it's not going to happen, right? And when you narrow it down to that, it just gets so much easier.
Yeah. So even at your low points, you still fully believed and were confident in everything you were up to? Because I struggle with that all the time.
The low points is when that belief teeters, but that belief never goes away, right?
Yeah.
Like if you know you're great and you are destined, that just never goes away. There are moments that lead you to questioning, right? Where you're just like, fuck.
Yeah.
Like you have to deeply consider everything because there's things at stake and at risk.
Yeah.
But I was never going to give up, right? I've had really low moments where I wanted to, and man, I just can't, right? Because there's nothing I'd rather do.
Yeah.
I'm not going back to work.
It's no option. It's no option.
That's not an option for me.
So yeah, we know you turned down record deals, things like that. Did you ever contemplate like getting a record deal, or did you always want to be independent?
Early on, I always wanted a record deal because that was just the standard. Like that's the process.
That's how it went.
Like, if you made it, you make it because someone signs you. Right? You get a record deal. I didn't stop having that desire until I start being able to like really cultivate everything that I've built independently and see. And yeah, I mean, like I've done several deals, just partnerships. They're like, I haven't done a record deal in the traditional sense, you know, where someone owns my shit and I have this royalty rate and I have to go through them. Like all of mine have been very strategic partnerships, independently, just easy profit shares, right? None of the extra shit. No one owns my property.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so it's been easy, but early on, I definitely contemplated, and I'm not opposed to doing a record deal if it absolutely makes sense. I think that's the only problem in this business. They can never make it make sense.
What would make sense in your eyes?
For me, what would make sense is someone who does what they do exceptional, who comes in and sees what I do exceptional and gives me the fuel to do it at an even grander scale with a proper split. Like I have no problem splitting money. I have a problem giving away things that people didn't work for.
Yeah, 100%.
Right. So if a label was to come in and say, "Oh, I have this infrastructure, I could for sure do this," and in exchange for me doing this, this is the percent I want off of this thing that we do, not 6 of them in the future. Like I should never have to agree to do 6 things with you in order for me to do 1.
Yeah.
We don't even know if we're gonna fuck with each other after 1.
Yeah.
Why would I agree to 6?
Right.
We haven't done 1.
Yeah.
Right? But the labels don't like that. They like to give you the 1+3 or the 1+4, which is nuts. I also don't like how they play with verbiage. 1+3. Just say 4, nigga. Like say 4, right? But when you start to play with verbiage, it's because you have a specific plan that you're trying to execute. And when you play with verbiage like that, you're trying to do it under me. Like you're trying to do it without me realizing what you're doing. And it's like, why be sneaky and play?
Like
contracts could be very simple and very human language. When you start saying 1 and 3 options and after like, bro, it's like, stop playing.
Yeah, just be straight with
let's
it.
just do 1, and if we do this well, of course we can do another.
Yeah. That makes yeah.
But some people feel like they're losing if you do something with them one time and then you walk away. And it's like, did you help me because you wanted to help me, or because you felt like you was finna get this big gain off of me? Right. It's like, bro, if we did one together, then you win no matter what. Whether I leave on the next one or not, you have this one forever. Is that not enough? Right? But some people are very greedy. That that's not enough because they don't really want to help you. Anyone who really wants to help you, there's usually no terms.
Right. It's just genuine.
The people who have genuinely helped me, there was never terms to it. The people I've genuinely helped in life, there was never terms to it.
Yeah, totally.
People who truly want to help you don't have terms.
Yeah, 100%. See that by you letting us here today. To do this. Just straight like that.
Bro.
So the next question we had was kind of about your latest album, which would have been your 8th this year, but you just dropped Omaha. Was that your 8th this year?
Yep.
That was the 8th. Okay.
That was the 9th.
Yeah, it was the 9th this year.
Yep.
So you dropped that surprisingly before, like we had written this question down. And I was like, oh wait, now we gotta edit.
Yep.
You feel me? So, which is gonna be your 24th since 2018. What's the creative process for you? Do you sit down for normal writing sessions or just have things come up for you?
The creative process is very simple. I usually have a producer over, or I'm going through a pack of beats and I just play beats, and whatever comes to me, that's what I write.
Yeah.
I don't really sit much or record much. I write songs really fast. So like when I do record, I record in abundance, so I don't have to record every day, right?
Save time for more stuff. I feel you. And then go ahead.
You have like an overarching umbrella theme that you write about, or you just kind of like
whatever the music makes me feel.
Yeah, whatever's on my mind when you hear
whatever the music brings about. Every different sounds bring different emotions that has to be touched on.
So is that how Omaha started? Because I remember I was listening to it. I'm like, this guy's watching Discovery Channel and say, F it, we're just go buy a mic.
Yep.
Real quick from Guitar Center so we could spit some
album. That was a beautiful trip because so on our way in, we went and bought a mic. Like we knew it was like, okay, what do we got? I'm going to want to record. Usually when I'm out on the road, I always want to record if there's a possibility. Yeah. And Simon always has his setup, so he'll just be making beats. Like not even if it's for me, just in the crib making beats, right? That's what he loves to do. And if I hear some shit I love and we catch a vibe, then we just kind of go from there. Yeah.
Seems like it went from there hearing the album.
Yeah, man, it was a great, and it was perfect because like I love when albums are specific. Like we're talking about a certain thing, right? Yeah. Like Omaha isn't open-ended music. I'm talking about what I'm exactly experiencing right now in life in this moment, right? All songs aren't those type of timestamps. Some of them have no relevance to your actual life, but like Omaha is an album that's like, you get to sit and just understand the process. You hear the people that were there and their understanding of it, you know. And those are some of my favorite songs because I was in a certain phase in life where I was going through so much shit. It was just perfect timing.
Yeah, I like how every other track too is like a little skit of someone talking about how they just fuck with you in general. Right. Yeah, that shit was dope. I like that.
We wanted to touch on this somewhere later on in the conversation, but it kind of flows into that. Do you feel like your music is more of an outlet, like emotionally, for you? Are you more open in your music than you are in like your day-to-day life?
Occasionally. I'm more open in the music, but I'm still very open in life. Yeah. Right? But definitely more in the music because the music is my journal, right? You always talk to your journal differently than you talk to your mother.
Yeah, for
definitely.
Sure.
Yeah. All right, so we wanted to talk more about being independent. We're trying to do everything we're doing pretty independently. We don't have anybody like funding this at all. Nice. We're still in the stage of like not making any money. So we wanted to like kind of learn from you, pick your brain a little bit. And I work for myself too, so I can kind of relate to a lot of the conflict you might have with it. But so being independent allows a lot of freedom creatively. And with other ventures as well, you're allowed to kind of do whatever you want to do whenever you want to do it. Right. Yeah. But it's also very challenging for people like me who like need motivation to come from wherever or need to be told maybe what to do at certain times. How do you balance the freedom being independent allows with like the work, the actual work?
I don't have to much because I love what I do, right? The things I love
Yeah.
just happen to be the things that changed my life.
Yeah.
I love creating. I love making music. I love writing songs. I love making dope content. I love music. So it's like, those are the things I'm going to do no matter what. Whether I'm getting paid to do it or not, I'm going to do those things. Now I happen to get paid to do all the shit that I was doing when I wasn't going to get paid regardless, right? These are things I would do for the rest of my life, whether I was getting paid or not. I just enjoy it, right? So I don't have to balance it much. You know, when you finally get your freedom, it is a big responsibility because you have to choose to work, and that's why it's important to have something you love, because it's never like I don't have to work every day, right?
Yeah.
I don't have me going into the studio isn't me working, right? You feel me? But yeah, you got to definitely stay on top of yourself, because when you quit your job, you have to work harder than everyone who has a job. If you work 8 hours at a job and you decide to work for yourself, you have to work 16 now, right?
Did you learn that gradually? Or were you always kind of like in there?
Man, I knew when I decided to quit my job. That was the thing I told myself as I was quitting. Like, if I'm going to quit, I have to work harder than I'm working here for myself, right? And it's crazy because I'll have periods where I feel like I'm not getting enough done. And then I have to look and be like,
hold up.
No one else has ever gotten this much done, right? But I still have periods where I feel like I'm not getting enough done, and I know I'm not, because I know how much I can get done, right? And it's like I'm not giving enough, so it's definitely a thing you have to stay on top of when you're free, because you could easily waste a day. You could easily waste a life, a year, right? I've wasted not wasted, but you know, I've allocated my time towards things that wasn't conducive to the journey of where I wanted to be, right? And I could have been even further, but I chose to do other things instead.
Yeah, I mean, for me, there's a little bit of a struggle in always setting the bar higher, like kind of like you're saying, and then never really reaching the bar, because even though, you know what I mean? Like, even though you're climbing up the ladder, you're never high enough.
Right.
And so it's a hard thing for me to balance, being like, well, I see myself here, but then having to check back in and be present in where I'm at and what I have done.
See, and that's the thing, like, you don't have to see yourself anywhere. You're exactly where you work to be, right? You don't even have to see yourself anywhere. If you do more work, you'll be wherever you would envision yourself, but you really don't have to. It's either you're going to do the work to be in that position or you're not, but you're always exactly where you work to be at.
Yeah, I totally agree.
All right, for sure. So we want to talk about a little bit about GoodCompenny, right? And what you're doing. Hella different. That's another reason I found out about you too. I was watching the news and I seen Momo's Cafe and I was like, what is they doing? And it was a whole thing and I was like, oh shit, that's super dope.
GC? Huh? Hey, this is different. Ooh. Ooh. Hey. Wow. Hi. Yo. Here. Hey. What's the good? Ooh, this is. Hey. Next Monday, the 24th, we're doing a re-grand opening. Momo's Proud to Pay Cafe. Everybody who comes in will be able to eat and pay whatever they want for their meal. If you can't afford to eat, you'll be able to eat for free. The community gonna take care of you. We paying for this out of pocket. If you want to assist and help, please buy an album through Even or donate through the Cash App. This is coming out of our own pocket. Me, Manny, Chalberto, a couple of our homies that's been helping out and pitching in. Man, tag Bodie, tag Be Legit, tag all the Vallejo Grace, man. If y'all want to pitch in, we allow people to eat and pay whatever they want from the 24th to the end of November. If this shit is successful, we're going to go to the end of the year. Ultimately, I want to do this for the rest of my time here in the V. Let's fucking go. It's not the same. Huh?
And then my boy brought you up and I was like, okay, it's the second time I'm hearing his name. I'm like, I'm finna peep for sure.
So you're a newbie.
I'm a newbie. I'm a newbie. And it's cool. I feel like as soon as I heard you, I really listened to, like, I was actually talking to someone outside of your concert, Kayla Wood, I think was her name.
Yeah, Kayla.
Yeah, she came and she talked to me while standing in line. And she was asking me, like, what made me fuck with your music. And I was like, honestly, like, I listen to J. Cole. I listen to Kendrick. And that's all I've really listened to my entire, like, since, like, 2010, 2011 era.
Right.
And I was like, he fits right in with like those kind of people, but in his own way. And also he gives like a different perspective on Bay Area rappers. Like I feel like Bay Area rappers are always trapped in this little bubble, and you're way outside of that. Beautiful. So that's why I was like, all right, yeah, I fuck with that. But so a lot of people are big fans of the like offer-based payment system that you've like pioneered into like what you're doing and who you are. Other people are starting to adopt the system. Like I heard about it. How did this come about? And was it scary letting people around you place value on you?
This was a scaling idea like everything else, right? We started doing Proud to Pay because of Nipsey. You know, I figured out a way to do what he did, but in a more lenient way, right? Because it was like he did $100 album. I knew niggas around here wasn't gonna pay me $100 for an album, so it was like, let me just let them pay whatever, because to me anything is better than zero. If I end the day with $1 instead of zero, I did pretty well, right? So I'm like, all right, let them pay anything. And then we start slowly sliding and scaling, and we start realizing, okay, this works with some things, but not everything, right? Because if I throw a show and I have to bring a whole team and get a bus and travel and pay tax, it's like, that's going to cost me. So I can't always just take $1 because that's a disservice to me. If I can't deliver my art properly because I'm struggling to get there, you're not going to get a great show. So we were like, okay, let's do offer based. Let's let people decide what they're willing to pay us, and we should be able to decide what we want to accept or not, right? And this has changed the game because now it allows me to accept some $1 tickets and some $5 tickets, which normally doesn't happen. Usually, if a show ticket is $25, if you ain't got $25, you can't go.
Yeah, 100%.
But with the LaRussell show, if you don't have that, you might be able to go still. It's not guaranteed, but you might be able to go. And with us, we get a lot of people who only able to pay $1, $3, $5, and they still get to go. Everyone who does it don't get to go, of course, because we can't accommodate everyone. But we do that, and there's so many shows where you cannot. If you want to go see J. Cole and you can't pay $100 for that ticket, you're not going to see him. But with LaRussell, it's different. You may actually see him for $1. And, you know, we have, just yesterday, someone purchased 3 tickets for $750.
Wow.
That enables me to accept more dollar tickets. And I was like, oh, bruh, he took care of it. I could let more people in. We don't have to just take these. We're going to be able to make do. This isn't going to be a loss. We can let more people experience this. So, man, I'm so grateful for the people who don't look left and don't look right. Some people, if they see other people paying $1, they like, oh, well, they paid that, I'm gonna get that. We don't cultivate that type of base. It don't matter what he paid. I'm gonna still take care of you because my money is representative of me. And that's the type of energy and environment I'm trying to cultivate. I don't want my fans to be followers that just pay $1 because someone else did it. I want you to see he paid $1 and it's like, hey, I'm finna give you 100. I'm gonna get you right because I know what it takes to get here and get out here. I want this to continue to go. So I'm cultivating people who are like me. That's the type of nigga I am. I'm never going to give you less if I can give you more.
100%.
Ever.
100%. No, I feel that. Yeah, that's kind of what we were talking about too before we came here. I'm like, these people aren't placing, like if someone can't really afford a show, like you were saying, like a $25 ticket, just because they're putting $1 offer doesn't mean they value you at $1. That's just what they have to be able to show support.
Exactly.
It's definitely not what you value you at.
No.
Hell no,
No.
Priceless.
That's the thing. If it was up for me to set the value, no one could afford it. Right?
Exactly.
No one could afford it. No one. I bring my entire family out. I assemble an entire band and orchestra. I talk to people. I hug people. No one could afford that. If I was setting a value, so it's like, let me remove myself and just let people come as they feel, right? And the people who feel really good about me, they take care of me. And even the people who can't take care of me, then someone may pay $1 one show, but I have recurrent fans. So maybe by the 3rd show, he might slide me 100 because he's in a better position in life now, you know? Like, I don't think anyone's cheating me. And the people who are just doing it because, like, I can, you know, it's like, the universe takes care of that, you know, it's like whatever. And I'm a firm believer that even if you pay just $1 because you like, I don't really know about this, once you experience my show, you're going to want to take care of me because I'm going to take care of you.
Yeah.
And you fully believe in that, which I think is why
it ain't belief,
well.
I know.
Well, now you know. Well, I wanted to kind of continue on that. So we were just talking about how you had like recurring fans that may have paid $1 once and then $25, $100 the next time. Do you feel like the Proud to Pay system is cultivating more of like an engaged fan base than a traditional.
Man, it's not cultivating a fan base. It's cultivating a family, a tribe.
Yeah,
I don't have fans. Like these people, they come to people come to multiple shows.
Yeah.
They're family now. Some of them come to my crib now. If I'm in the area, hey, I'm finna pull up. Like it's cultivating a family because it's accessibility.
Yeah.
Like I said, if you want to go to a certain people's show, if you don't have the ticket amount, you just can't go.
Yeah.
There's no compromise. There's no, I only have 10. You can't go. You feel me? So with this shit, people really feel like they're valued.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, people really feel like they're valued and accepted. There's no concert in the world that you can get into for just $1. Like even the possibility. You feel me? So no, they definitely we cultivating a new type of consumer.
You're not gatekeeping at all, and I feel like that is something that we're trying to adopt in our own kind of a way with what we're trying to build here. We're trying to like build that community and like allow people into like our journey. And what
you gotta stop saying trying.
Yeah, I know, bro. My verbiage is.
You gotta stop saying trying
I know.
Because you either building it or you're not.
Yeah,
no, we building it.
Yeah,
we building it.
Yeah, but kind of in a similar method to that, not trying. We are having the audience kind of be part of the journey, part of what we are.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean we're fully adopting the same kind of system. Yeah. Right.
At a much smaller scale.
Yeah. But it's rising.
Yeah, I mean everything big starts off small.
Yeah.
There's no other way.
Yep.
Nothing that's big was never small. Everything that you see that's big was small first. That's
100%.
literally a part of the process.
Yeah.
Like that's never nothing to frown upon.
No.
Like you have to be small to be big. Ever.
Yep.
Shaq was small at one point. You wouldn't believe. Okay, you could tell him.
I did.
Yep. I don't know if it's open or not.
You want to slide?
Community.
I'm glad y'all catching all this. This is real life.
I know, I'm
real
fucking
home.
with it for
You feel
sure.
me? Don't cut it out.
Have you seen any of our videos by chance?
Nope, I didn't
They're
watch
pretty
it.
much.
Oh, you didn't watch the one I sent you? All right, for sure, it's all good.
Yep,
Yeah,
I just
it's always
gave you
some
the
shit
wing.
going on. Huh?
Yeah, I don't be liking to prepare.
Nah, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
feel
so always
me?
not surprised.
Cause if I watch it and then I don't enjoy it, then I'm gonna be like, hey, bruh, never mind. You feel me?
How are we doing?
Great. I mean, you're reading from your phones, which I don't think is a bad thing. I think that that's something that if people watch interviews, they're like, oh, they're reading through phones, but I think that's some normal shit too.
Yeah.
But it's going pretty good.
Yeah,
For sure.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, you go ahead.
So we wanted to hop into more like what you're doing for the community and helping the people around you who are coming up maybe earlier on in the process than you are. So you're making an impact in a number of ways. For example, when we talked about what you did with Momo's.
Yeah.
Why is this so important to you? Why is doing all of that so important to you?
It's home.
Yeah.
Hold on, we're doing an interview, dog. No, y'all can come in though. Y'all can come in and chill. Just don't start rapping.
Or do.
Nah, I mean it's home, right?
Yeah.
And you have to take care of home, right? And my entire community is home. The same way this is my home, the same way I do certain things here to make sure that shit is good and structured is the same way that we got to do with the community.
Yeah.
I live here. I ride my bike here. I walk here. My daughter goes to school here. My homies be here.
Yeah.
I have to take care of here. This is my house.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Having accomplished all that you've accomplished without a blueprint telling you how, like there's no roadmap at all to what you did, is mentorship and teaching the independent game to others like something that's becoming a big part of what you want to do in the future?
Kinda. Yeah, I just like seeing other niggas win. Like I love to dunk, but I love to throw an alley-oop.
I feel it. Yeah, for sure.
Like I get the same thrill, if not more, from throwing an alley-oop. You know, I love when we do something great with the artist and we share it and it goes viral. Like we've had artist pieces that goes viral and it's like, yes, this helped change their life. You feel me? Like that shit is a grander joy. I know I can change my life. I know I'm going to do that work. But being able to take other people and change their lives, it's like there's a different amount of power to it, right? Like if you make it to the league, that's awesome. But if you make it and then all 10 of your homies made it too, it's like, bro, that's different, right? We don't often see that. But with me, none of my niggas have jobs, right? There's very few of us left that still work a job. We all work here, and we able to handle and cover our bills and take care of our shit.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Fuck.
Yeah, totally is. The last question regarding the community. A lot of people are discovering you, you know, like every single day and learning from you. So we'd imagine you've inspired a lot of people to keep pushing even when they don't really see their way out. You know, like in their low points.
Right.
Did you have any mentors kind of like that you could look to while you were trying to kind of pave your own way? Or was it kind of all shots in the dark, figuring it out while you were
I've had different people aid and play a pivotal role in my life in different parts of my journey. I'm just now at the point in life where I feel like I have mentorship, like people that I could actually call to help with issues that I'm experiencing and going through. And even then, that's limited because I'm doing something completely new.
Right.
All of my mentors hit me and be like, yo, what the you feel me? They've never seen this, so I can only solicit information for so much because I am just creating some shit that never have existed before. So there's really no one to look to, right?
Yeah, no, for sure.
That's tough though, having to kind of like figure it all out on your own, especially as it scales up, you know, and then you're kind of in a position where it all matters like a lot more than it might have earlier on. Right. Yeah, I think that's. I mean, I respect that a lot. That's hard to do when you don't have, when you're aiming at a target that doesn't exist.
And that's the thing, like you really have to figure it out. You experience. Like there's only one way to do it, right? It's funny. I was just fucking telling Tieta. Because we were, so I was telling you guys, we've been shooting everything with the Black Magics from the live sessions, right? We just realized that we weren't even getting the full quality out of it because we were rendering at a lower bit rate than we were supposed to. So our shit was looking better than everybody else's shit, but it still wasn't where it was supposed to be. We thought we needed a new camera. We ended up buying brand new cameras, and then we just figured out, shit. But now it's like, we finna shit on it. It's finna be up. You feel me? But just like learning how to use your tools properly. Like I had a lot more shit around me than I was fully utilizing properly. It's like using the hammer to screw in a nail instead of to hammer one in. You know, it's like you're not using it in the way that it's supposed to function in. Once I learned how to really utilize my tools and for what they are, that shit changes everything. Like, you know, difficulty has to deal with how you handle something. Like things can be a tough task or it could just be a task.
So like a big part of what we are is like streetwear, like fashion, culture, like all that all intertwines with it. So we were going through your Instagram, we're like, all right, let's see what we got. And the common theme is the Crocs.
Come on.
So we were trying to see, we like I said, we did a little deep dive on Instagram, saw it. Crocs have a huge comeback and they're collaborating with like a lot of interesting people and brands. We're wondering if it's something you follow at all, and if you were ever like about to do a collab with
Man,
Crocs.
we finna get it in 2023.
Yeah?
It's coming.
For sure. Locked in?
It's coming.
Hell yeah.
Oh shit.
I love that, yeah. Because I got like 40, not 40. I got like 10 pairs.
40 pairs of
Crocs. Me too.
I got like 10 pairs of Crocs.
I got more than 10, man, for sure. Like, this is the only short, unless I go like jogging and shit, this is the only shoe that I wear.
Yep, I feel it.
That's hella funny. You really got a collaboration coming with Crocs.
2023.
I'm juiced. I'm ready. For sure.
We'll review it. The Crocs.
So we saw you shot a campaign with Puma, like here in Vallejo. Super inspirational about it. Right here.
Come on.
That's it. How did it come about?
That collaboration, Puma's team tapped in a little bit ago, and they sent us some product, and it just kind of ended there. Like, yo, we fuck with you guys. We fuck with you guys mutual, right? Nipsey fuck with Puma tough, so it's just like, I fuck with Puma. And then Genius ended up doing a campaign with Puma, and Rob from Genius tapped in to Hovain, and Hovain was like, yo, I got this play for Puma. Can y'all do it? And I think we were just supposed to deliver pictures, but we end up shooting a whole commercial because I'm an over-deliver ass nigga. Like, you always give people more. If you can give more, right? So I was like, bro, let's over-deliver. So I just called the squad and Gigs, JC, T. We all kind of drafted up an idea of what we wanted to do, and we knocked it out. We did all that shit in one day.
Yeah, that shit was
Edited
super
and
dope.
everything, finalized all in one day. Shoot, production, all the way down.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, bro. I mean, shooting for a global brand from literally your front porch here is fucking like a loud ass statement.
It's different.
For sure, it's right, way different. Is there anything like real deep meaning behind that, or is that kind of just a concept?
I mean, that's just my thing with everything.
Yeah.
Like, it's home. If I could put Vallejo on the map, I'm going to put it
100%.
on the map, bro.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it at home. I'm not. That's my thing with everything. You know, we get a lot of interview requests, and they're in different spaces, and it's like, bro, if you come here, I could do it easy.
Yeah, easy.
If I gotta
5-minute
come
drive,
to you,
huh?
then it's gonna be different terms,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But it's like, bro, come here.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And this has just become a real space of cultivation. We've
Yeah.
had so many stars and just geniuses and man, so many people have been in this space. Like, this is what it's becoming. Like,
Yeah.
this is the garden now.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
for sure.
Yeah, I mean, is collaborating with sneakers or fashion or any of that something that you see yourself doing more of in the future, or are you kind of letting that?
Yeah,
you know,
I mean,
if
as it comes, the brands
Yeah.
that we love, we down to partner and work
Yeah.
with. But
Yeah.
it's not nothing I push for heavy. I'm not really into like the culture much. Like, I
Yeah.
don't, bro, I'm a sweats and slack. You feel me? Like, Tieta told me toss this on for the interview. You feel me? But I'm really just, you know, I rock my velour joints for
Right.
the shows, but
Yeah.
I don't really care much about
Mm-hmm.
too much of it because
Yeah.
I used to not, bro. I didn't have the money to get that shit, so
Yeah.
it didn't really
Yeah.
matter anyway.
I feel you. That's damn near my problem now. I think I'm overcompensating for what I didn't have as a child, and just
And oh man, that's what,
You know?
bro. When I finally start getting paper, like real paper,
Yeah.
like but like through a job, not my own. Cause now I get paper, but it ain't the same. I don't do none of that because I have to make this. Like
Yeah.
when you have to go hunt and kill something and bring it back and eat it,
You protect
it's
that shit.
different.
Yeah.
When you feel me, but when a nigga just paying you a check.
Yeah.
Man, frivolous.
Yeah.
Cars, motorcycles, jewelry, shoes, everything. I was buying everything in abundance, overcompensating,
Yeah.
right? To feel big. And you can never feel big when you really feel small. You feel me? Overcompensating. But now, yeah, it's a different game. Like, now I've
Yeah.
made more than I've ever made in my whole life, and I don't really have
And you have
any need or desire for none of that shit.
Right.
yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, I mean, I feel you protect it, man. It's hard to earn on
Man,
your own,
when you
so-
gotta go hunt,
Yeah.
when you gotta go hunt, it's
Yeah.
just different. That's what people don't understand. Like, when you got a job, you don't really have to go hunt. Somebody else feeds you. They bring you the food. Like, you do your work, but the food is brought to you and you eat.
Yeah.
When you gotta go hunt, like every month, if I don't go hunt,
Yeah.
none of this exists.
Yeah.
We don't eat.
Yeah,
It's different with a job. Like, when you grieving, you could call in and take vacation time and take that and you're going to get paid. If
Yeah.
I take vacation, I don't eat. Like,
I
you
feel
really
you,
have
yeah.
to hunt.
I think we're coming towards the end of like what we had kind of lined up, but I have one more question, which is, now that you like, you're very open. You're a very open person. It seems like in your music, everything you do. Is there anything that people don't know about you that kind of like you wish was a little more shined on, or had a little more light?
Not really.
Nah.
Yeah, not
That's
really. There's a ton that people don't know about me,
Yeah.
but it's not anything to shine a light on. Yeah, you know,
I feel it.
I share everything that, as much as my journey as I can. You
Yeah.
know, the things that I don't share are just things that I haven't been asked yet or just don't have a need to. But
Right.
yeah, for the most part, I don't really hold much back. You ask me the right question, you'll get the right answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We seen that for sure.
Yeah, totally, bro. I mean, yeah, we'll leave it at that. Is there anything else you feel like you want to add? Like, shout out your new album. Whenever you want to, like, something you feel like you want to discuss.
Yeah, come on, man. Omaha
Yeah.
out now.
Yeah.
Proud to pay. You can go get it directly from me. It'll be on streaming a bit later.
Yeah.
You know, with these albums, it's really dope because we take like random people who bought the album and I give them percentages of revenue in
Right.
different songs.
Yep.
Our gold card members get percentages of revenue, and it's like, bro, to be able to buy something to spend money one time and get paid for the rest of your life in any sum.
Yeah.
I don't care if is 1%. If I can spend money one time and get 1% of something for the rest of my life off a one-time payment, that's a W.
Yeah.
And we've done it by the thousand, right? There's thousands of people who have percentages in different songs and things that we've built. So it's just like we're giving people lifetime income. There's nowhere else.
I feel you. Yeah.
And that goes back to like the family you've cultivated too. Like they're literally involved. They're literally
involved. They have a duty, right? They have a role as a family member now. Your marketing team expands. I have people who just talk about me on Twitter because they fuck with me.
Out there.
Your marketing expands, right?
Yep.
From a strategy standpoint, that shit hits, bro. That's like, for real.
That's like true. That's what you want. That's true marketing.
Yeah.
When you have culture behind you. You know, I had a meeting earlier with my dog, and he was like talking about we're building a platform, and he was talking about like some of the similars, and I told him, I said, bro, I don't care what none of them are doing. We don't do what they do. We do what we do. We have culture. We don't have to buy our friends. Yeah, they give out advances and, hey, if you use my shit, then I'll give you this. I don't buy my friends. We don't have to do that shit. We have true culture, real people who really fuck with us. We don't buy friends. We don't buy followers. We don't buy likes. We don't buy views. We don't buy friends.
No, you put on the way you do, people invest in you.
Come on.
That's what they do.
Simple.
Hell yeah.
1,000,000%, bro. And we fucking like really appreciate this shit, bro.
Come on, man.
Appreciate it,
beautiful.
bro.
Awesome, dude.
Honored.
Yeah. Thank you.
Nice.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, bro.
That was lovely.
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah.
For sure.
Come on.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel and watching our second episode of Behind the Brand.
We do want to say a massive thank you to LaRussell. And guys, please be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Smash the like button for us and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. The links are in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.
I hope this was recording.
It might not have been.
No, it's recorded.
Hey, he's in there. Beautiful.
I've already made that mistake.